Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of the Real Lil Show. Now, for today's topic, I want to give my reactions on this beautiful sunny afternoon with some boxing talk. All right, last night we received a shocker in the heavyweight division as Dillian Whyte, who was a WBC mandatory challenger to fight the winner of Wilder and Fury 3, went down with a shocking devastating uppercut by Alexander Povetkin. Now, I watched that whole entire fight, and it was shocking. Just like how everybody is shocked, they have a reason to be shocked, because when you watch that fight, Dillian Whyte was dominated in the fight. Alexander Povetkin started off fast. I believe he won the first rounds. I would have gave it to him. But then after the first round, you could say Dillian Whyte was starting to get his rhythm back, and he was winning the fight. He knocked Povetkin down twice in the fourth round, the round previously to the knockout. So all indications when watching that fight was Dillian Whyte was probably going to get Alexander Povetkin out of there, and he was going to be on his way to contend for the belt after Wilder and Fury 3, right? Now, for boxing fans, if you're a boxing fan, you're kind of happy that Dillian Whyte lost. You probably didn't like the way how he went out because he was the mandatory challenger for all these years, right? He waited all these days. He went through the allegations that he went through with PEDs and stuff like that, and how that that whole story transpired. So you feel for him in one aspect, but in another aspect, you're happy because if you're a boxing fan, the one fight that you really want to see is Fury and Joshua. And that's because there's a lot at stake with all the belts on the line in that fight. So if Dillian Whyte would have won, then you would have been looking at Dillian Whyte having to fight Fury after Wilder. And that would have put the Joshua and Fury fight way back into 2021 if that was going to take place, right? And you know how the negotiations is in the politics. We all know that. So you can never bank on things happening right away anyway. So it would push that mega fight way back into 2021 if that was going to happen. But at the same time, Dillian Whyte just dropped the ball. He just got caught. And we all knew Alexander Povetkin was dangerous. Dillian Whyte could have just sat this one out and waited to his fight with Fury, depending on Fury wins. Now you see in the heavyweight division, that's not even a given. And I'm a Fury guy, but what I just seen last night, and not only last night, but in general in boxing, it's the heavyweight division, right? One punch could end everything. And Wilder has that one punch knockout power. So even though I'm going with Fury in the trilogy, right? I'm not even trying to jump ahead here, but I think Wilder, he has that knockout power. You got to watch out. So Alexander Povetkin was dangerous. Dillian Whyte could have waited and fought the winner of Wilder and Fury, but he decided to get in with a dangerous fighter. And I was saying to myself leading up to the fight, even though I thought Dillian Whyte would have pulled this one out, I was like, listen, do you really want to take that fight? It's like almost the same reason why a lot of guys wouldn't want to fight Luis Ortiz, because he's that dangerous. And if they know they have a big opportunity down the road, you would not want to fight Luis Ortiz. And I'm not saying Povetkin is where Luis Ortiz is, but for Povetkin, the only two fights he lost was Anthony Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko. So it's a guy, even though at the age of 41, as old as he is, he still possessed power, right? And you saw that with that uppercut. He still was dangerous, right? And I don't know if Whyte was kind of looking ahead. I don't think he was, but maybe he thought he had that round in the bag. That fight in the bag after the round previous when he knocked him down twice and he got a little bit complicit. But this is the heavyweight division. Things like this happen, and you got to feel it for Dillian Whyte. He just got knocked out, literally. The brother met Jesus for 5 seconds and came back to life. He was out cold, literally. So that's the heavyweight division for you, okay? Anthony Joshua, he's going to be fighting Pulev, so we have to see how that pans out. And listen, man, this is heavyweight boxing. Shout out to Alexander Povetkin for standing in there and taking the big shots that Dillian Whyte gave in the round previously and finding his way and landing a lucky uppercut, and you gotta give it to him because he still got that power even at his age. Ladies and gentlemen, quick reaction here. This is your boy Real Lil, and I subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, like the video, share the video, and we got some more content coming through soon.